go for a walk, pups. Come on. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Nate from, well, the Kraemer Life, but today from Keeping It Kraemer. So I'm trying a new camera today. A friend of mine had a GoPro that he no longer used, and he was very generous and kind to ship it over to me, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to see if this works really well, see if this works for our daily vlogs here at Keeping It Kraemer, because it is much lighter, much easier to transport, and less fiddling with, like I was mentioning yesterday in yesterday's vlog about how much camera work and tripod work I have to do. So thank you, Mike, for sending this to me. Really appreciate it. I do know that the GoPros have a tendency to have kind of a weird microphone issue where if you touch the GoPro at all or do any sort of movement or adjustment with the handle, it kind of makes a kind of scratching sound on the GoPro. So I'm going to try to minimize that today. I am looking at like wireless microphones that I can purchase, so I can have a microphone on my shirt, and that way I don't have to worry about the sound coming from the GoPro. But anyway, so the dogs and I are going to just take a walk, our morning walk. We haven't done a morning walk for a couple days now. We took a walk yesterday in the evening, but we haven't done a morning walk for a while. So it was actually really hard for me to get up this morning. Like I was awake, but I just did not want to get out of bed. Partially because it was cold, partially just because I was comfortable. So anyway, we're out and about now, taking our walk. We're gonna go walk down to the creek, let the dogs get some water, and then we'll head back and do the chores and then get to work. Today, what I plan on doing is continuing to work on the cattle panel chicken coop. Yesterday, I got something in my shoe. Gosh darn it. I hate when something's in my shoe. Yesterday, I planned on working on it, but it just didn't work out that way. And I really didn't get very much done with it at all. I got one panel looped, one of the 9 panels up and looped, or arched, I guess is a better word. And I got the 4 T-posts removed. I ended up just kind of making my own T-post remover by taking one of the 8-foot 2x4s that I had and stacking a couple pieces of 2x4 at the base of it, putting the 8-foot 2x4 at an angle, strapping it really good to the T-post, and then kind of pulling it down and using leverage to pull it up. I have a little bit of that video that I'll be putting in tomorrow's vlog at the Kraemer Life. I was reading through some of the comments here on Keeping It Kraemer, and was it 2 episodes ago, I mentioned the sheep were doing something funny with the chicken coop, and we were going to post it on Instagram and Facebook. And many of you have commented that you don't do Instagram, you don't do Facebook, and you just wondered if we can post that funny video on a vlog, Kraemer Life. So I'll try to do that for tomorrow, post that on there, and let you guys see that. We won't be able to do some of the music. With Instagram, you can add music to your videos because they've already worked out licensing agreement with the artists. You can't do that with YouTube. So it'll just be just me talking on the video instead of the music that Katie put to it when she posted it to Instagram. Anyway, so speaking of the sheep, I got the sheep in their net yesterday, and you probably heard them this morning just kind of bawing like crazy because they do not like to be wrapped up in the netting. Come on, pups, let's go. Come on, Levi, come on, stay out of the barn. Let's go. They still are very curious about the turkey vulture that's in that barn, and I really don't like them to go in there. A, because I don't want them to disturb the turkey vulture, but also it's just not safe. That thing's starting to come down and fall apart. And so anyway, back to the sheep. Got them sequestered in their netting, gave them a shelter for them to be under and in for shade, and then gave them food and water and minerals. And all of this was to keep Sophia from having to walk around and try to keep her less mobile so she can rest. Well, it turns out that yesterday she was doing so much better. Like, I would say 90% better. And so I don't know what happened. You know, it could have been a number of things, but it seems like she's going to make a full recovery really quickly, which then means I can get them out of the net and they can go roam free. So that's really good news. Some bad news though, we actually lost two, I'm doing three, we lost two of our meat birds yesterday. So I don't exactly know what caused this, but I know how they died. They got picked on by the other birds. Two of them got picked on by the other birds, and their backside, their vent, was just completely torn out. And so I'm guessing that maybe I'm not feeding them enough. So last night when I fed them, I doubled the amount of food that I was giving them in the morning. And I'm hoping that if I just keep them overfed, even though it's going to cost me a little bit more, it's going to keep them from cannibalizing each other. I mean, that's just craziness. So we lost one a few, like last week or something like that. So now we've lost a total of 3. We're down here at the creek. It takes me 7 minutes to walk down to the creek. Yeah, so that stinks. So now we're down to 17 birds out in pasture that's going to go to freezer camp. So hoping that we don't lose any more, and I'm also hoping that the sound of the creek doesn't overpower the sound of my voice. Today I plan on continuing to work on that cattle panel chicken coop. Oh, now there's spider webs down here. And I really want to spend a lot of time getting that done. I want to get at least one of them done where I frame it in, or not frame it in, where I get the cattle panels up, I get the hardware cloth up, and then maybe even start or finish, if I could, it'd be great, framing the doorway, so that way we have a full working chicken coop that we can put some chickens in. Because on Saturday, we're gonna go to the farm where you live event in Asheville. We're gonna go to their homesteading event. We're gonna be there for a couple hours, but then we're gonna make our way further east to Hendersonville, North Carolina, and go pick up some more chickens. These are gonna be 8-week-old, fully feathered, ready to be outside in a coop chickens, a bunch of hens that we're gonna get. And they're gonna be part of our breeding stock, and we need a place to put them. So I really need to get that chicken coop built and ready for use. I wanna say, it is so crazy how quickly the vegetation just comes up during spring. It just springs into life, no pun intended. This was like, you could just see the bare ground just days ago, and now it's nice and lush and beautiful. It is gorgeous, but that also means chickers and mosquitoes and ticks and all those gross things. Yeah, and speaking of ticks, yesterday when I came in from working, I had a tick on me. It wasn't latched, it was still crawling around. I was able to get that. The day before, same thing, I had a tick. It was actually on my neck. It was not latched, it was just crawling. I was able to get that. Ooh, so that means tick season is here, and daily checks for ticks on ourselves and on the dogs. The dogs do have flea and tick prevention. Kinsley's using this Resto collar, and the 2 pups, they take, I don't remember what the medication is called, but it's a monthly medication for flea and tick control. I would do the Seresto collars with the Levi and Winston, but I'm still really afraid now to have collars on them, given the fact that I think it was a collar that caused Winston to lose his tooth while playing with Levi, well, wrestling with Levi. I don't know. One of you commented that a tooth came out simply by one of their pets simply headbutted another pet and the tooth just kind of popped out. So I guess they're pretty sensitive in that regard. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just kind of afraid of putting leashes on them that are on there permanently. I'll put leashes on, or collars I should say, on them when we're walking or when I have a visitor and I want to keep them from chasing the car up the driveway. But so let's see what else is going on. I'm not going to be working on the house for a little bit. It's because I need to get that chicken coop going. It is so gorgeous down here. I really, it's just gorgeous. Can we just like take a moment and just look at the beauty down here? It's just awesome. I love it down here. It's still hard to believe that this is ours, that we get to do this on a daily basis. I used to get really overwhelmed by all of this. Like I just keep looking at it in terms of things I have to do or manage and take care of. But after this winter and seeing how this stuff just all really settles down and just kind of goes away, realize it's just kind of a cycle, and I'll get to this when I can get to this. So for now, I'm really just trying to enjoy the beauty that it is, because it really is quite beautiful when it's all greened out like this. It's also beautiful when it's not greened out and it's just all down for the winter. So anyway, going back to that chicken coop, just need to get that thing done. And tomorrow I pick up Katie from the airport, and I don't know exactly what time it is yet. She's going to tell me when she checks in tonight for her flight. Pretty certain it's going to be kind of mid-morning, around 10, 11 time frame. So that does mean that I'm going to be recording another episode of Keeping It Kraemer without her before I pick her up, just so I can get it posted. Otherwise it won't post until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so she'll be back for Saturday. Actually, she'll be back Monday next week. We may record a little bit at the Farm Where You Live festival in Asheville, but we won't be doing a Keeping It Kraemer episode because it'll be Saturday, not Monday through Friday. So you'll have to wait one more episode, 2 more episodes, I guess, before Katie comes back. Whew. The walk from the creek up to the top of this path, it's probably I don't know, I'm gonna say a 75-foot gain. Just kind of throwing a number out there. It's a little bit of a walk. So I think what I need to do is bring my phone with me next time so we can go through some of the comments. I just remember a few of the comments from last night as I was reading them. And thank you to the new subscribers that have come onto the channel. I think we've passed the 500 subscriber mark, which is super cool. We hope to keep it growing. Like I said, we want to hit that 1,000 mark. And then we were looking for 4,000 hours of watch time, and then we can monetize, which means that you guys get to enjoy those ads that come through. It's sure you love that. Anyway, that's not the main purpose of doing this. Katie and I really have been wanting just to do a daily vlog for a long time and just didn't really see a way to do it and not spend a bunch of time editing. So, no, Kinsley, you stay out. Come on, out. Levi, come on, let's go. Hey, Levi. Levi, let's go. What do you have? What do you have? Come here, Levi. Come on, what you got? Now, come on, what you got? Let's go. It's leaves. Seriously, you want some leaves? All right, you can have leaves. He's so curious about that turkey vulture. Anyway, so we wanted to do this for a while. Didn't want to spend a bunch of time editing because it does take me time, quite a bit of time to edit the Kraemer Life vlogs. So I'm enjoying this process. I kind of like getting up and talking to you guys, just kind of talking about what's going on. Kind of gets my mind going, gets me ready for filming day for the Kraemer Life, because I do film them mostly every day for Kraemer Life and then piece them together for one vlog. We'll cover a couple days, or I'll have a really busy one day and that'll be just a vlog itself. Anyway, I think I'm just rambling about nothing. So, all right, well, maybe a little bit of a shorter Keeping It Kraemer vlog today, but we're heading back. I'm gonna do chores and then start on that chicken coop. So, this will be it. I will see you tomorrow for the last Keeping It Kraemer of the week. And then we'll be back Monday with Katie. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.